Hey guys,
Hi,
welcome back.
everybody. Welcome, Dream Influencers. We
Oh,
love you guys.
right. Hope your
Hey,
week was
hey.
good because mine was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Running. Let me tell you, it's good to run, right? All right. So this week we're talking about the four saboteurs that get those things off track, and these are the basic generic of what we're talking about, and we're going to elaborate on each one so you have an idea of what we're doing. Um, so, how was last week for you guys? Let me know. How's things going for this week? Uh, how's it going? Right? She's still typing some stuff up here.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right? So, like, for instance, right? I think here on the fly. I'm tired. I've been going since 3 o'clock this morning. All right.
So give people a minute to
Right.
come in because
Right. I'm
know,
sorry. I was go.
right? It's okay.
Ooh. So, how's you guys' dinner? Ours was pretty good. I liked it. We had end-up chicken and we put it in like a spread. So we had chips and chicken. It was really good. I liked it. And salad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good diet food.
Yep. So if you guys haven't seen the title, it's Four Saboteurs of Relationships and Finances. We're still in that financial arena. It's a big, huge topic. I mean,
Right.
and people seem to want to know more about it. So, um,
Yeah.
whoops.
Oh,
I haven't had any.
you do. Playing with the background,
Right? There we
There
go.
you go.
I think I spelled that right. Don't knock it if I didn't do it right, but yeah. So, well, it's fun. Look at that. See the cool technology. We're using it now.
Right?
Hey, it's fun. Look at that. That's cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
We like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, see, we pop up comments. We can do all kinds of stuff. I can even pop up, which will help for note takers. I know I have friends that are note takers, and I mean, I can be a note taker too. And sometimes I like that visual of what did you say?
Right.
Because otherwise, I have to go back when like the live or when these things are done and try to catch it again. You know.
Yeah. That's what I like about the little captions.
Yeah.
That helps quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Because sometimes you be like sitting in a doctor's office or something.
You can't listen, but you can read it.
Right.
So it becomes nice. Yeah. So, but we'll go ahead and get started. You know, hopefully people are coming in, join. Say hi when you pop on. Hashtag replay if you're catching this on the replay. We like it when you're live because you do get more out of it when you are participating in the conversation. So.
Oh yeah. So.
But yeah.
Because if you're invested into it, that means you're going to learn it. You're going to learn something, and you're going to want to. Because remember, you're paying for it. One way or another, you're paying for it, either with money or with time. You're paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's valuable? Is it valuable enough to learn something to better yourself, or you just rather just sit and watch TV, do something else? Mm-hmm. Me, I rather learn something new so I can better myself, plus help other people.
Right.
Of course, now I'm also a teacher.
Now.
So.
Yeah, we're educators as well, right. But we are learning some stuff from coaches. You know, we have hired a coach, I guess, if that's what you want to say. But we're in a learning process right now, a discovery process, because we want to elevate further. We want to find out, you know, what those blocks are and how to overcome them and move past so we can play bigger, because we want to play bigger.
Right.
And so.
Because I'm already home, so I don't need to go home. So I want to play big and go big.
Right. And we're wanting to get past, you know, some of those things that how come we're not? You know, we've been trying and doing these things. We've had some hard lessons in the past. You know, we want to be able to play bigger. Like, wouldn't it be fun if, you know, that kind of thing, and make that actual reality.
Right.
And so we're learning how to do that. And that's something that we can we'll be bringing to the table eventually, but we have to learn it first. We have to learn some of this first. And it's hard because my mind is like, just expanding, especially around the money thing. And money is a big topic right now. Not only just like within
the personal
us,
yeah,
but all over. Money is an issue. It's being talked about. It's being wanted, needed, and more understanding about it. So,
right. Well, they're trying to change the dollar to crypto, and no, it's too much control. I mean, you want to tax everything? We're already 60% tax. Why not tax? You support for the government. Call it good, right?
Yeah. So
no thanks.
There's just so many things going around this element. So people are wanting to know about it. So So let's get into it. I mean, talking about the.
Well, let's talk about respect first, because I think respect has a lot to do with the other three.
Okay. Yeah.
So, there's how do I say it? There's guy respect, and there's woman respect. Same wants, but two different ways of getting there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why men are from Mars and women are from Venus.
Yeah.
So men is all about respect, because we talk about the wife respecting us, the kids respecting us, their job respecting us, everything is being respected. But do you put the respect out? Do you get the respect back? Do you position demand respect, or are you a demanding leader, or are you a leader that people will want to follow? There are two different types of leaders. You have great leaders that people want to follow because of how they lead, or people follow because they have to. Which one are you?
Out of fear.
Well, yeah.
Well,
fear or just trying to suck up.
There are those. Those are not the kind of leaders, honestly, let's be real, that I like to be around.
No,
I don't like people that, lead with fear, or say, if you don't do this, or you have to do it this way, and blah, 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 it's my way or the highway, blah, 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 blah. I do not like that kind of leader. I don't. And
here's something I learned over the years. The best leader is a servant.
Yeah, servant leadership is the best leadership that there is out there.
This is the reason why I say that. Because the servant leader will make sure that all of his crew members are having everything they need to get their job done.
Mm-hmm,
so when everybody is working together for the same goal, that leader looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And will make the whole company thrive. The other leaders, they don't make sure they step on people to get where they're at, and people walk away. I've walked away from jobs because I've had people above me do that. I said, "Screw you! I'll start my own company."
Right.
I mean, I don't need to stand here and take your BS because you think you have to belittle people. No, I ain't gonna do it.
Right.
I don't care how good the pay is. So I've always made sure that I was a leader that people wanted to be under, so they felt appreciated and they know what's going on. Because there's nothing that I wouldn't do. If I'm working a crew, I'll take a Friday, take half a day, and have a pizza party or do something.
And appreciation.
Right. Especially if we're busting our butt all week and we're just dragging our butt that Friday. It's like, let's cut the line. Let's do this.
Right.
Because that following week, I guarantee we'll double the production.
Because they feel appreciated.
Right.
Yeah.
And very little turnbacks. No matter what you do, you always have a certain amount of turnbacks. But when your employees are working their butt off and you show them the appreciation, I guarantee your turnback will go way down. Way down.
But and that is just that's in a employer thing.
Right.
But I'm an entrepreneur. So there's got to be that servant leadership when you are wanting people to come follow or do something that you're doing.
Right.
You got to serve your people. Now, not everybody has an entrepreneur mindset, because the entrepreneurs, the mindset that we have is, there's a problem. What are we going to do to solve that?
Right.
What can we fix?
We're problem solvers.
Yeah. How can we fix that to make it better?
But
You know,
don't you use that same thing in corporate or in
you
anywhere?
can,
Anywhere?
or you should. Not everybody is that way.
Right.
So even if you're even on the replay, you know, type down there if you've experienced one or the other or both, and because I'd like to just find out, you know, what have you experienced?
Right.
You know, I have experienced both, and man, it's a big difference when you have somebody that you have a leader that will actually get down there and work with you if necessary, because you know,
they don't stand over
or they show you. Yeah, they'll get down there with you and show you and be, you know, and then say, however you do it, just get it done.
Right. But it needs to look like this when you're done. You
know, that kind of thing. So like I said, type down in there if you've experienced one or the other or both. And
right.
But yeah, through respect, then so now you're an employee, now in a relationship, a different kind of relationship. You got your employee,
boss relationship,
you know, employee-employer relationship.
Yeah.
You've got, you know, your entrepreneurs and client type relationships. Now relationships with spouse and family relationships. Right. Like what should we be seeing here when it comes to respect?
Well, like let's take for instance, the way the man talks to the woman has to be loving, caring, and not depends on the woman, but a lot of times it's either kid gloves or not harsh, not demanding. It should be, hey, you know, what do you think about this? Give the woman time to respond and have their opinion, and don't belittle them when they give their opinion. It's like, okay, I consider that. See what's going on. How does that line with that? How are we on the same page? Or because you have to give each other a chance to be on the same page. That's all about respect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like when you say you love somebody, okay, I love you. Okay, that's great. That's one word.
Right. Love is just that.
Right.
But the reality, love is an action.
An action, a verb, a noun.
Yeah. Well, that verb is an action. So.
Well, yeah. So you have to show it not by just physical, intimate kissing and whatever. It's going out of your way to open the door if that's what you do, or make a meal once in a while, or say, "Honey, I love you," over a text. We sit next to each other on the couch and I go, "Hey, I love you."
Right. We do that too, for sure.
But
the respect is, you never. Yes, we've had our fights and our arguments, but the respect is I'm able to have a voice.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right.
I'm able to have a voice. Now, this goes both ways, by the way.
Right.
The woman needs to allow the man to have his voice as well.
Right.
I mean, I get that the personalities, some men are more vocal than women, and then some women are more vocal than their man. So
right. It's kind of like this case, because I'll talk. Like I talk.
I'm the talkative one.
She's the talkative one. I'm the more quiet one. I sit back and I watch and listen. And I
right, except for when you're in the
when I'm teaching. If I'm teaching, then I'm a chatterbox.
Right. We kind of pull that out of each other, but yeah. So the respect is. But when we're not in that educational mode, though, when it's just, you know, when we're in our family situation, you know, just living daily life, I don't want to say submit because I hate that word. It's taken so out of context. So, and we won't even go down that road, but it is taken out of context a lot.
Oh yeah, we love.
You're supposed to submit to your husband. Yeah. But that word is taken out of context.
Because if you actually look up the word submit and actually understand it, it's more of, yes, you're listening to each other and the guy has the last say of what's going on. That's the submit. It's not that she's greater, that I'm greater than her, or
I'm under you.
Right. No, we're equal. I mean, we're side by side.
supposed to be seen as equal. The woman is supposed to have her voice. She's supposed to be treated with respect.
Right.
So that being said, because I didn't want to get into down the rabbit hole of that. But,
well, we're not going there, but I just want to have, but we do have
the clarification.
Trail. Right.
I know I do, whatever you want, if that's what you say, if this is where we are, financially, this is where we are, we can do this, we can't do this yet, or whatever. I give you that, but in that same note, sorry for the dogs if you heard that. Anyway, this is family life, real life. Anyway, but I don't feel like I'm beat down and I don't have a say in anything. I don't ever feel like that. Not in this relationship. Never. In fact, it's, well, you have a voice. You can do it just as much as I can. And,
right.
It's more like you're pushing me to, well, you can do that. I never said you couldn't. You have the right to do it. Just do it. I have already given you permission to. How come you haven't done it? Just go do it. And I'm like, ooh,
And she goes, well, when did you give me permission?
Right.
When I said I do.
Right. So there is that respect. And I don't feel like a carpet either. So, but when you feel like a carpet, because I've been there, I've been in that situation where I've been a carpet. I had no say. Even if I did have a say, it was never acknowledged, or it was, yeah, whatever. That I've been in that. So I know how it feels. I know what it looks like. And I'm an advocate for, helping women to get that fixed. And it can be fixed. If there's a mutual thing that, hey, we want to improve our lives,
right,
that can be fixed.
Yeah.
But that respect, I advocate for women being respected, loved, and cherished in a relationship, and knowing that you are worthy to be that.
Right.
You're worthy to be the strong person and have a voice.
I look at it like this. I'm mine. I'm me, right? I'm mine. Sorry, I'm me. And you're you. We were separate before we got together. You had to stand on your own 2 feet before we got together. I stood on my own 2 feet before we got together. So we came together to benefit each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because we liked each other and we got intimate with each other. So we became a family.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's changed. The only difference is we've said I do's. You're still a woman. I don't control you. My brain is not in your head.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. And with his decisions that need to be made, that's affect the whole family, then we come together and talk about it. And we determine which way we need to go.
Because with that being said, I may have a different vision or point of view of how that could be done, that could be better.
Right.
And we would go that way. Your idea or your vision could be better, or it could be a combination of the twos together that would make it function better. Because we as women sometimes see things, can see, ahead. It's like, yeah, but what about this, or this, that the other half might not see or not even think about.
Right.
But we can think about other things. So when you bring those elements together, when you have respect for each other and you're willing to listen, then it doesn't become a sabotage of the relationship anymore. The respect becomes an asset because now you're respecting each other.
Right.
But if you don't have that mutual respect, it becomes a sabotage. It'll sabotage your relationship. It'll sabotage your finances if you can't have that respect in line.
Okay. Now I'm going to sound like an area here for a minute. Because I'm going to clarify something that you said.
Ahead.
Okay. When you said that women can think differently or different steps ahead.
Sometimes we can.
Sometimes you can, but sometimes men can too, because it goes both ways. Because like sometimes I think 10 to 15 steps ahead
Well,
and look at all the different aspects.
he is different in that way. I
Does
notice that you can think a lot. Sometimes you think of things that I don't even think of. So that's the reality of it. If you got to know each other,
Right.
And that's another big thing. If
Right.
you're not really paying attention, if you're not really paying attention to each other, then that respect again
goes out the window.
Becomes a sabotage to your relationship,
right,
and your finances for sure.
Right.
Because
Totally.
you're not respecting each other, because you're like totally blowing your
spouse off.
greatest asset, what you have brought to the table to each other. You're like letting that just go.
Because even God said, you find a wife, you find something great.
Right. So let her be the jewel in your crown.
Right.
Stop putting mud on it.
Right. Why step on it? It should be on top of your head or right next to you.
Right. For sure. So that's respect.
Right.
I don't know if that we can, we could probably go on and on and on, but I think we pretty much covered that one.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah. So what's another one that,
well, okay.
What's another one?
All right. So another one?
Because we have 4. We
Right.
said we do 4, so we're going to talk about 4. If we go a few minutes over,
Well,
we love you. So.
Okay. So.
All
right. Let's do the unexpected.
Okay.
So the unexpected. What do you think the unexpected means? Put down below what you think it is.
Yeah, type it in. Let us know what you think the unexpected is.
Give you a few minutes here.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised what people put down. Okay. So I'll give you, I think, enough time now. All right. So
yeah, what do you think?
What do you think the number one unexpected thing is? What do you think?
Well, when I say something unexpected is something breaks.
Something breaks.
And you got a big expense, and that could be anything. That
Right.
could be something in your house.
Like water line.
Yeah.
Hot water heater.
Hot water heater, your washer or your dryer, your oven, your stove, a car could break down. Those are the unexpected, because you don't expect those to break down, because let's say you just bought a new washer and dryer. Well, something happened. Or your dishwasher. That happened to us one time. Our dishwasher just...
Here, take for instance, our friends have a cell tower next to their house. And you think we kind of figured out what happened to their cars. You think the lightning hit the tower, came down, and shorted the cars. So it took out the alternators and the batteries.
Wow. See, so, that could be unexpected.
Right.
Weather, doing something to your property is going to be a major unexpected, and we can plan for the best in whatever, and that'll never... you can always plan for the best.
Well, yeah. But here's the thing, though. If we plan for the best, this is where I think money kind of ties into this. Just a little bit. Yeah. If you plan right for your finances, you put money back aside. Because if you do, like I said, figure out what your budget is, right? And at the end of that, after you pay all your expenses and everything else, take $10, $15, put it aside. Like we have an account that takes $10 from the checking and puts in the savings every month. Yeah,
we do have that. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I take it back from savings, put it back in the checking, because we need
it,
right?
Unexpected happen,
right?
And the rising cost of
everything,
just daily living is costing more. So now you got to readjust your budget again.
Yeah.
And some people are having a hard time with that. Let's just be real here.
Well, even we're having a hard time with it sometimes. Look how many hours I work in just to make it even. And it's rough.
I know.
Think about the unexpected. So you can plan for the worst by saving a little bit here, saving a little bit here. Put that aside. Act like it's not even there. Just put your blind eye to it. Don't even look at it.
That's why I'm having something like that automatically do.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons why, banks don't do that. You can have it automatically just go into this account. You can change it at any point.
You know what I do? I put mine in gold and silver.
Well, we do that too.
Right.
As soon as I get a little bit of cash, then I plop it down into my gold and silver for
That's
sure.
right. So now my coin that cost $100,
Yeah.
$150, just turned into a $300 coin.
Yeah. Right.
So
it can over time. That's the long term, but
I'm
just
still,
having the
but I'm still
bullion too.
So that's almost better than a 401k, because 401k you put money into it. Well, stock market falls, well, there goes your 401k. Builds back up, stock market falls, there goes your 401k. Gold, oh no, it's steady. You bought
it's rising.
Right.
It's going up. It's I think it's 1-86 right now.
Really?
For 1-83 ratio for gold and silver. So it takes 83 ounces of silver to 1 gold ounce.
Nice.
Yeah. So right now you need to be buying silver, but at least that's what the experts are saying. But yeah, that's my savings.
Right.
For sure.
So when we have unexpected, we can cash in on that.
Mm-hmm.
We get money
take
out,
that
and we go pay whatever we need to pay.
Or we can sell off an asset
Right.
if we need to,
Right.
which is gained in value. So never sell something that for what you paid for it. Always
upsell.
Because at least in collectibles, you
Right.
don't sell it for what you paid for, because over time they go up.
Right.
So that is when something unexpected happens. I have that right there in my safe. We can let this one go, because we've got to do something,
Right.
So fortunately we haven't had to do that yet, but I don't ever want to have to.
No.
Because
never want to.
that's,
You take the same coin, 2 years on the road, say you buy a $100 coin, 2 years on the road, you made $300 on it. Well, what if you saved a coin 20 down the road? You made 20 grand.
Yeah, well, it's just like that I think it's $1.6 million mistake now.
Right.
They buy a 1 ounce coin that once a month, and in 20 years, it's now worth $1.5 billion. Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's how much it's gained. And so let's get started now.
Right.
Right.
So, and the unexpected, when you buy that coin, the unexpected is you can triple your money.
Yeah.
So you can turn the unexpected into not saboteurs, but a blessing.
Right. Right.
So just one of those aspects of things, looking at how things are working in your life, what's expected, what's unexpected, how to plan for it, so you don't get sideswiped and knocked on your tush. And
right.
if you do get knocked on your tush, you can stand back up and like, that ain't too bad.
Right.
Let's try it again.
Yeah, but even when the unexpected happens, though, there still has to be, again, number one, the respect,
right.
And the communication, which is overall umbrella that we're talking about here.
Oh yeah.
There has to be that. If there is none of that, then again, that unexpected is going to sabotage that relationship and finances. It may not kill it, but it'll be just one more notch or one more beat down, or just
right.
one more thing that goes.
Well, like the old saying says, you can put a ton, or not a ton, but say you put 600 pounds of hay onto a camel, right? Well, that camel will hold it, but if you put one more straw on there, guess what? You just broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
So each one of the straws represents
something
harsh.
Yeah, that lack of communication, or that lack of respect here, or that,
it's
just that tick, 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 tick.
Right.
And at some point, you're going to think to yourself or talk to a friend or whatever and go, if it doesn't get fixed, it's going to break. Something's going to have to give somewhere,
right.
And you don't want it to be the relationship. So that's why we're talking now. So we can give you that vision, that heads up to like, look out for this. But this is how we can fix it and turn it around. And there is a solution for all of this.
Right.
This isn't the end of the world. These are just 4 things. I think you can probably, put a lot of different things within these categories, of, they could be saboteurs of the relationship and the finances of your relationship, but it don't have to be that way.
Right.
and just refreshing and saying that again, it doesn't have to be this way. So we got respect, we got the unexpected, which can be solved.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes shit happens, but again, if you have that respect and that communication with each other, that unexpected can be just, just a thing that you just float over and go, okay, we got this, no problem, boom.
Right.
We it's not going to be a resentment feeling because one did one thing and it shouldn't be done the other way, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't have to be that way, and never should be that way.
Right. And if you're talking like lots of money or have some pay stuff, always talk to your spouse, talk to the other person. If you see what's going on, so both of you have an understanding of why and what's going on, and it goes through a whole lot easier. So there's no hard feelings. There's nobody's hurt. It's not, well, I'm going to do what I want because I'm a man, or I'm going to do what I want because I'm a woman.
Right.
No, it's you are together. You are one. God created you to come together, so you become one. Now I do my thing and you do your thing.
Right.
You can do that. Some
I have seen relationships like that. I don't know. I don't understand it because it's like
okay.
Why?
Because you got together with somebody with your spouse for a reason. So why do you live separate lives in the same house?
That makes sense.
Right?
Yeah. Great.
All right. So that's this week. We got 2 topics done this week.
Are you going to drop it there?
Well,
I said 4.
Well, I know,
but
we're pushing like 40 minutes.
Okay.
So, I mean, we want to go for an hour. We can go for an hour.
No, well, we don't have to go for an hour, but we can. Well, let's at least give them the other 2, and then we can come back for a part 2.
All right. So next week, not in this order.
We'll be covering 2 other things next week.
So it's going to be wants over needs.
Wants over needs and
then
money.
Yeah.
Money in general. Those are the 2 other things that can be saboteurs to a relationship and the finances of your relationship.
Yeah. And remember, respect falls in all of these.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there will be a part 2 next week. So join us next week. Pop in the thing if you've gotten some value from this. We'd like to hear it.
Right.
And definitely want to hear from you.
Oh, yeah.
So
have fun. Don't play too hard.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and close because we want to do respect your time. Right. So with that, we'll say good night and we'll see you next week at the same time.
All right, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Have fun.